And also the Studio Ghibli thing I can also share as well.
We're already live, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, so hello, ladies and gentlemen, whomever's watching. We're pretty much doing the first ever State of Star Wars live stream. You can call it that if you want. Cool image, Bryson, by the way. So yeah.
Thanks.
So yeah. So this is basically the kind of a test live stream that we're trying out, and so yeah, we got plenty of Star Wars topics to discuss. So let's start with the biggest one, the biggest news recent years. So Django, shall you go first with that? Oh, but before that, I got here the Django. I got Doan, and well, I guess newcomer to any video in in State of Star Wars, Bryson.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah. So for ado, so the Django. Let's see. Okay. So this is the first topic. So go ahead, the Django.
All right, so this was a couple of weeks ago that Hasbro announced a bunch of Star Wars figures. I'm just going to scroll down, and we won't go through every single one, but first we have the Black Series Scar Trooper, and you'll see a certain trend for some of these that they'll have this special box that you'll notice that the Darth Maul and Crimson Empire figures actually had too. So it's good to see that they're actually using this for other different figures and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then we have Mara Jade. Look at that.
Yes. More EU figures. When was the last time we got an EU figure?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think there's some Republic Commando ones that are still happening right now. But yeah, those are the only ones that come to mind.
Yeah, I don't really hear about them that often, so I mean it's kind of cool that these are coming out.
Yep, indeed. But what else? What is coming out, the Jungle? What else besides obviously Mara Jade?
So the Mara Jade one, I also want to comment, also has the box, so that's pretty cool. And then we go down, Dr. Afra, that also has the special box. And then we have my girl, Bastila.
Bastila Shan from Knights of the Old Republic 1, and kind of 2.
This was a much requested figure for all Star Wars fans practically.
Well,
so
of course, because I mean, anyone who's played the game, knows that growing up with that game, they'll be like, "Oh, this is my waifu of gaming." So,
well, not only that. Well, not only that. I mean, she's one of the main characters of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah, I know.
And we only got like Revan a few years ago, and it's like, where are all the others? Where's Malak? Where's
I know.
Wait, wasn't Revan based off the mobile version of the video game?
I
don't think so.
I do remember seeing a horrendous Star Wars, mobile version based toy coming out, and people were like, "Why did you base that on that version instead of the actual KOTOR?"
I don't remember. Maybe it's a no. I don't think it's a SWTOR appearance. I actually don't know what version it is, or
I mean, the last time I was actually interested in these figures was when I think there's two cases I can remember. It was when Obi-Wan Kenobi appeared in that Clone Wars Micro Series figure, and what was really impressive was that it actually looked like Ewan McGregor with an EU outfit, which was really impressive. But for some weird reason, they used the Revenge of the Sith head model instead of the Episode 2 head model, so that was kind of odd.
Oh yeah, for the Clone Wars 2003, right? The throwback.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. So there is that.
And then there was also that TCW Clone Troopers, I think was like Vibes and was it Echo? I can't really remember.
Okay.
And I think the detail is really important when it comes to these figures because they actually look like Tamara Morrison and not those weird "who the hell are you" faces they were using TCW.
That's something. Yeah. Okay, so best of the figure is it's looking pretty good.
I also think it's pretty interesting how it actually comes with a detachable lightsaber too, like the activated blade, so that actually can come off. So that I think that's
Oh,
pretty
really?
cool.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah,
Just noticed that.
I think Lego figures do that. So there's that. Okay, what's next to Jungle?
And the bad boy, Darth
Oh
Malak,
yes,
right here.
Oh, yeah.
Darth Malak, indeed. Though I notice his mouth guard looks a bit weird compared to the game. And the
It is
promo.
a little bit, and it actually is detachable. You can actually take this out, and you can actually
Oh.
see the under, like the neck piece and stuff.
Oh
I
boy.
mean, is this figure based on the KOTOR model or the model that was shown in? Wait, was Malik also in Force Unleashed as a skin?
No, I don't remember him being a skin there. Not even the Ultimate Sith Edition. No. No, Scion was there, but not Malak.
Oh, I see.
There are some interesting and weird things with this, but I don't want to go to the bad stuff. But there is like there's a part where the lightsaber can actually detach and go into the back and like just attach into the back of him, which is
The
pretty
back?
cool. Yeah, there's like
Yeah.
like on his belt, the back of his belt and stuff.
Mhm.
So there are some like little interesting things here and there with this figure. So I do
Mhm.
like it.
Okay, interesting. I like the box. Why does does it say they're gaming?
Oh, so it's gaming grades. They have these
Uh,
just base it off the the video
Yeah,
games and
yeah.
stuff like that. But you can actually get these right now through GameStop or Entertainment Earth and sites like that. You can pre-order these right now. So
Okay, awesome. Well, I mean, about time we got more expanded universe figures. Because we got how many did we have the U before this? No, we had the Jaina Solo one, the one from the Crimson Empire. I forget the name. The
Darth
Django, you know.
Maul, yep. Kirkanos, yep. That
Yeah.
was Crimson Empire.
Yeah.
We had Zalbar, Darth Nihilus. We still have one more, actually two more Republic Commando figures as well. So
Wait, are those Republic Commando figures white? You know, white armor, no custom design. You know what I'm talking about.
So they have. I think they're based off another figure. I don't remember off the top of my head, but they're pretty much just have like the color palettes are not very good, to be honest. But I think they're worth getting. I mean,
Yeah.
they're fine for me. Just
Let me see something.
Well, I mean, I definitely think they are definitely worth getting if you're an EU fan. Considering that, well, I mean, if you buy it, you pretty much show, yeah, hey, we want some more of this. So yeah. Now, obviously, that didn't pan out too much with the Marvel 108 comic because that was clearly done simply as a throwback, not really actually getting more EU content. But
I mean, don't get me started about the time we wasted hoping about the eventual continuation of EU. I mean, those were the days, friend.
Yeah.
they
I
were
mean,
this, yeah.
if I remember back in those days, there's nothing but regret and anger because eventually our former, let's just say in a simple way, our former colleagues and the relationships we built were all for nothing, and it eventually became apart. So,
well, there's that. Not to mention the big debacle and that shit online. So yeah. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, definitely, that does stink. But at least we can get some EU toys and some other media and stuff. At least getting re-releases and stuff. So yeah. Now, Andrew, what other stuff did they announce to Django besides the 3 figures?
So they announced this one, Paz Vizsla from The Mandalorian.
Okay, that
Pretty
does look kind of cool.
And then the speeder bike that's coming back.
That is pretty cool. That does look cool.
It actually comes in like almost the original boxing and stuff like that, which is cool.
Full with the Kenner logo. Nice.
You know, I guess the original trilogy era nostalgia pandering stuff hasn't ended.
when has
Right.
it ended?
Yeah, because I mean, even sometimes when I talk about certain Star Wars stuff, at my work, I talk how I don't like some of the previous works they've done with other Star Wars shows, and most of them like the nostalgia. Well, I'm like, okay, I don't like it that much because it takes away from the story they're trying to make. So it's like they're all you know they're always depending on the OT. So it's like, why can't you just make your own condensed story instead of relying on the past?
Hmm.
I mean, the sad truth is, would you want to buy a Ray, Poe, Finn, or Rose Tico figure? Because I, I'm not here to intentionally go around making jokes about sequel trilogy fanboys or trying to mock them. But we gotta be honest at some point. Who the hell wants to buy a Ray or a Poe or Finn or Rose Tico figures? Huh? Really?
I'm-
Let's be honest, people.
Yeah, I know. Like,
I know there's some people that will actually do it, aka the
Yeah,
Disney
I
Star
know.
Wars
Pretty
fanboys and
much.
the
Yeah.
I guess some of the shields too. Though to them Disney would just rather give them that shit. So
At best, they will buy a Kylo Ren figure, but that's a huge stretch.
it's kind of a stretch, yeah. So there's that. Oh, there's the Black Series Revan light side. When did that come out?
Oh, this must be it
Uh,
because I don't know about you, but that figure, I have never seen that kind of
Oh,
white
it says
outfit.
Galaxy of Heroes right here. So yeah, that's from the movie.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Well,
Yep, you're right.
that outfit is a Knights of the Old Republic one. You have to go to in one room in the Star Forge to create the outfit. You have to be fully light sided to get it.
Yep.
So
Oh,
the
okay.
outfit
but
is in the
but
game.
you
So
but it's canonically impossible to wear Revan's mask during the game.
that is true. Yeah, that is true.
That's
So they obviously
true.
they just put the mask in there. So the outfit is there. It's just that the mask usually you don't have it put in the game. So
And
yeah, this is
seriously, I mean, I know they're trying to do something weird, but at this point, Revan's canonical face features is revealed. Just make a figure with that face from the MMO. Why are you
well.
constantly trying to put the mask there?
Well, I mean, if you say canonically, then they're not really going to base it on the MMO. They're going to base it on whatever
Right.
Disney wants. So
Pretty
it's up
much.
to whatever they decide. But in regards to the EU, then yeah, they might as well go with the if they are going to go with some SWTOR figures, then they might as well just have the canonical ribbon face in that figure if they do it.
Yeah.
So I have to see there. Speaking of potential EU figures, so what do you guys want to see in terms of Black Series EU figures?
Okay. I know off the top of my head the first one because
Mhm.
I am a Tales of the Jedi mega fan.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
got to be Exar Kun. Exar Kun, man. Come
I
on.
knew it.
Come on, man.
When you said
It's gotta happen.
Exar Kun, I knew you were going to say when you said Tales of the Jedi, I knew you were going to say Exar Kun. Okay.
I mean, I personally want to see ARC Troopers, like the original ARC Trooper armor. Like, green for sergeants, blue for lieutenants, red for captains, yellow for commanders.
Mm.
All of them.
I do own a blue. I do own a figure that I bought recently that is the actual original blue ARC Trooper armor. It even has in the package a screenshot of Clone Wars 2003. So I do own that, but yeah, I have not seen red or yellow. So that look, there's Captain Fordo. Yeah,
mean-
that's what I own, but it's not red. It's
Okay.
blue. So
Yeah,
that's-
and I want the helmets detachable, so you can actually see Tamara Morrison's face when you remove the helmet.
That would be cool. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah. What other Black Series EU figures would you guys want to see that have not been done or released?
Okay. Going back to Tales of Jedi, Uli Dromo, and Nomi Sunrider.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll shut up.
I was about to say that one, but yeah, I agree, Jingo.
Okay. There is those. Which ones I want to see? Well, Kyle Katarn.
Oh yeah, of course.
Come on, man, that's too generic.
I mean, but this, I mean, but come on, it would be great. It would be great Black Series figure, like Kyle-Katarn. The only question is what outfit or how would he look like? Would they base
That's a
it on
good
the
question.
Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast, and Jedi Academy look, or would they go before that, like the first Arc Forces or first Jedi Knight game?
If they have Kyle Katarn, they might as well also have Dash Randar.
Oh yes, agreed.
Oh yeah.
Though, Django, has there been any Dash Render Black Series figures or no? Or Kenner figures?
There has been a Dash Rendar figure. I'm gonna look it up real quick, but yeah, I do remember there has been one combined with the Shadows of the Empire comic. But let me just look it up.
Okay. There's that. Speaking of Shadows of the Empire, Prince Gisor, he certainly should be made into Black Series figure.
Oh yeah.
I really would like to see him. I mean, come on, Shadows of the Empire. There should be. So yeah, I already mentioned Kyle-Katarn. Koran Horn would be a pretty interesting one. So he would be great. What else? What else can you guys think of? Oh, there's Dash Rendar. Yeah, Shadows of the Empire, Dash Rendar. That certainly looks like a 90s toy.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, Dash Render to me always seems like if someone in the 90s thought, how could I make a more badass version of Han Solo? And,
Yeah.
yeah, that's Dash Render.
Oh, I think they had a Prince Caesar figure right here. Yep.
Oh yeah, there's Prince Caesar. Mm-hmm.
I actually had this Chewbacca back in the
Is there
day.
Guri?
Guri. Is there a Guri figure, Django?
That's a good question. I have to look it up.
Guri, I know, only shows the Empire in one comic after that. So, yeah. Oh, there it is.
I don't think these are official.
Oh,
This
you
is
think
custom.
the customs?
Yeah.
Dang it. Okay, then the Guri won't be. What else? Which other figures? I think Maya in her dark Sith outfit from later classic Star Wars Marvel or Legacy of the Force would be cool to see. Imagine that as a figure.
I think Baron Fell would be a cool one too.
Oh, Baron Fell, yeah. There's also Jagged Fell. Okay, we already got Jenna Solo. Let's get the other two Han Solo kids. Come on, let's get Jason Solo and Anakin Solo. I really think we should get those.
And I think we do we have a Grandmaster Luke Skywalker figure?
I've never seen a Grandmaster Luke Skywalker. The only poster of the Jedi toy I've seen from Luke Skywalker is Dark Empire. That's like the only one I can think of. And I guess Tron Trilogy Luke Skywalker too, but that's it. I haven't seen any figures of him in any sort of Grand Jedi Master robes or anything like that, unless you count the sequels version. So there's that version. But no, we haven't seen any EU Grandmaster look. That would be really cool. It would be pretty cool.
Wait, aren't there bazillions of Boba Fett figures out there already?
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like this one is just like it adds upon it, and I just have because like the price is just way too much. I mean, come on. But it's like it comes with all these cool accessories, classic box and stuff. But I mean, the pricing is just getting more and more ridiculous now.
Hey, the Django, it could be worse. It could cost $130 just because it has a $100 NFT link attached to it.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I'm of course talking about the Final Fantasy VII toys that Square Enix released, and they cost $130 each.
Wait! Oh wow! Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, if you want to search for that, the Django, go ahead. You can do that.
God.
But yeah, so yeah, I was referring to those. So yeah, there could always be worse. But yeah. So yeah, both figures also. Yeah, here they are, $130 each, and they cost that just because of the NFT link attached to it. They're literally the same height and quality as a Black Series figure. They're the exact same height, and somehow they cost 2 to 3 times more expensive than a traditional Black Series figure. Like it's insane. They're the same height, 6 inches.
Just make a real fucking figure. Everyone will buy it. I mean, come on.
They did no. They are real figures, but the thing is, they cost $130 each because they have an NFT link attached to the package. That's what's making the figures
that
go from
fuck off.
link?
Yeah.
A link that will be leaked as soon as possible.
Well, according to NFTs, you can't really copy paste that, but yeah, that's another thing.
Oh
So,
yeah,
yeah.
we forgot about screen capturing, right?
Well, the NFT bros are another. They're God damn it, fuck NFTs. Seriously, I hate them. Anyway, so yeah, that's the figures I was referencing. Yeah, so I mean, I know $34 could be a bit too much to jungle, but even that's child's play compared to what we just saw.
Right.
So yeah, indeed. Anyway, so yeah, General Grievous. Isn't General Grievous like the most expensive one in Black Series?
I think it was like
Oh,
$30
you wrote
when
it
it
wrong, by
first
the
came
way.
out.
You wrote it wrong, by the way. Maybe that's why there's no Grievous showing up.
No, I don't think it's even there.
I mean, I heard in the old days the micro series design of Grievous was so popular.
Oh, that design's awesome. I have a figure for it upstairs. Only thing is, I don't have the lightsabers for it. Fuck. So yeah. Oh, there. I don't have that one.
This warrants $30. This makes sense because of all the lightsabers and just the attach. Yeah, I mean it's a bigger figure, so I think that's when it makes sense.
So yeah, and not to mention you can put it in that pose too. There's that.
Oh.
Ooh, that's the 2003. It kind of looks more like a repainted version. Okay, no, that actually looks more like 2003. Yeah, that looks kind of cool.
I have the statue of this, like a little mini statue of that.
The one I have is actually like straight up the same art style and design as the that's the one I have. Yeah, that's the one.
I think I have the Dirge one too. Oh my god, let's have a Black Series figure of Dirge. Come on.
Especially if he's based from the comics. Imagine that.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. Dirge already currently appeared in Dr. Aphra comics, so I don't know if that counts as an EU figure if Dirge actually comes out.
Well, if it's the exact same appearance as any of his EU appearances, then I guess you could count it as that. But if it's a different appearance, then no, it's not him. So yeah, but yeah, I have that exact version. I do have that Obi-Wan figure as well. Yeah, I do have it. I don't have Commander Cody though, so that stinks.
Yeah, another interesting thing is Commander Cody actually. Wait a second. That's kind of confusing. Commander Cody appeared prior to episode 3, but I do remember seeing him in the planet where Anakin was eating bugs, and Commander Cody appeared before that, right?
Yeah, if I recall, his first ever appearance is actually if I because I don't think it is the Labyrinth of Evil was his first appearance. It's Labyrinth of Evil where he first appeared, that one.
Yeah, and the physical first appearance, I assume, is micro series.
Yeah, it will be chapter 22. Yeah. So there is that. Well, I think we already have several Commander Cody Black Series figures. I mean, TCW. So there's that. But we definitely should get one for. Well, okay. You already mentioned ARC Troopers. So I don't think we should get I don't think an ARC Alpha one would be. I don't think an alpha one would be necessary, since if you're already making an ARC Trooper blue, then they might as well just have that be alpha or something, since it appears doesn't change much. But Fordo would definitely be cool. Black Series. Fordo definitely.
You know, Fordo, after all, at the end, he's just a red ARC Trooper, right?
Yeah, it is red. So yeah, though he does have that different that phase 2 armor in the second volume of Clone Wars 03. So that one as a Black Series would be interesting. Not gonna lie, would be fascinating. So there is that. I don't think we'll ever get them, but it would be really cool. Imagine if they made those ninja clones with the wrist plates that appear in the episode 3 video game.
Clone Assassins.
Yeah, those. Imagine those as Black Series figures. If you don't know how they look like, the Django, you might want to search for those, the Clone Assassins.
Clone Assassins.
Star Wars. There they are. Yeah, that's what they look like. No, that's what they look like. What do you guys think of those as Black Series figures?
Yeah, maybe there will be a choking hazard, but that's just that.
Then again, aren't these figures supposed to be for? Oh, somebody made a Lego figure. That's kind of cool. So yeah, one of those as Black Series would be amazing. So there is that. What other Black Series figures would you guys want to see, like from any EU characters?
Quinlan Boss needs it.
Oh yeah, has
Does
there
Quinlan
ever
Boss
been
even
any?
have a figure?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. Is there a Quinlan Boss figure to Django?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, because Quinlan Boss will be very interesting. It is interesting that he has kind of figure. Maybe a custom one, but oh wait, no, there's
Wait.
actually a Kenner one there.
Isn't there a T? Yeah, is that a TCW version? Well, no, that's what is that?
No, that's not TCW. No way, that doesn't look like it.
I think these are
Okay,
custom.
that definitely does look more. But then again, his TCW appearance is pretty much identical to an appearance he had in the comic.
That's just your opinion, man.
Okay, that's certainly TCW. There's a Kenner one if you see it, the Django. Yeah, that.
Wait, this one? No,
Yeah.
that's not.
Yeah, if you okay, so if you remember, originally that guy in the Phantom Menace, he was just a random
yeah.
person, but then John Ostrander saw him and he was like, "Oh yeah, he'd be a cool character," and he made Quinlan Boss. And then in a later retcon in one of the Republic comics, pretty much the retcon it so that guy is Quinlan Boss. So
Well, I do know that, but what was he doing there on Tatooine? Like,
I don't remember what the comic said, but he was just in a reconnaissance of sorts, just checking out on how Qui-Gon and the others are doing. That's what I remember. But I haven't.
Well,
It's been a
what-
long time since I read it. So there is that. What other figures do we have an Asajj Ventress comic version?
I think there was like a micro series version.
Oh yes, I do have the figure. But is there like a comics version? You know, like based on her comic appearance? Because that's one look for Asajj Ventress I don't really see that often. Oh, of course, CCW. Of course.
It's either the TCW version or the Asajj Ventress from the micro series.
That does kind of. That does look interesting. Wait, is that real? Like, is it legit official?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Oh,
and then it codes. Yeah, I know this character. Tool
score.
Yeah.
Yeah, tool score here. Oh, nice. So there was indeed some figures. It would be awesome to definitely have comics Ventress and even tool score. Yeah. Oh, that is a really interesting figure.
I never really got into the comic packs, but I really wish I did because they had like a bunch of these that were really awesome.
I bet some of the designs are really cool. so there's I wish I had gotten some of those too.
Oh, there's a Jabim one. Oh my god.
Oh fuck.
And they had the droids from like the assassin droids from Jabim.
Oh, can you maximize that image? I want to see that.
Yeah, let's see if I could zoom in.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're gonna have to put some in the. Okay.
It's really hard. Yeah, it's really
looks blurry, but oh my god, those droids would be awesome. Oh,
There's also the Republic Commando there.
Oh yeah,
Oh
right here.
yeah. Oh yeah, nice. Well, commando. Hey, more commandos. That's more power to us.
Do we have a Black Series of the Super Battle Droid?
It's probably the regular one. I doubt it's a custom one.
Yeah, I hope they don't make any more, Super Battle Droids figures based on the TCW design because
Oh,
their heads look, oh god, horrible.
yeah. Check that, Django. Let's see if there's a Super Battle Droid design, but based on episode 2, of course, or 3, whichever one. Let's see. Oh, I guess there is.
I mean, just look at the, third row, and you can see the TCW version of the Battle Droids, and look how
Oh god.
ridiculous it looks like.
They try to make them look more muscular and stuff when they really shouldn't. I mean, their original design was already cool enough. Yeah, that's the design. They're just yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's their design. They're supposed to be more muscular, more macho, if you want to call it that. But no, I
And they
prefer the
gave it
original.
like eyes and
Yeah,
why?
I mean, I know they.
Yeah.
I know in the original they do had eyes, but not necessarily. They had no lights. They were just like fully black.
Yeah,
So
that design I never liked in that photo. Like, how they looked previously, in the Legends was what more better
the
design in my
movie, yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, in the movie. There's even an image that compares both the original with the something. So there's that. Yeah, I definitely
Yeah,
prefer
yeah,
the
yeah,
episode.
like that. Yeah.
Mhm.
So much
Yeah.
better.
I do like the slick design, right? Slim.
Hmm. Yeah, that's definitely a much better design. Yeah. Indeed, indeed. What other stuff? Are there any? Are
I
there
have
any
another
other?
thing that came to mind.
Oh, let's hear it.
Another Tales of the Jedi one.
Of
Sorry.
course
It's Mandalore the Indomitable.
Oh, though, hell, any freaking Mandalorian. Because as far as I know, what Mandalorians do we have as Black Series figures?
Boba Fett.
Well, yeah, that he's like the only. I think Jango Fett is also one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, nah, but that's reaching. So let's not do that.
Okay, I guess. Okay, there's those two, but what others?
Canderous needs a figure.
Though
Yes.
which design? His quarter 1 or quarter 2?
Personally, I really hated how Canderous's mask looked like because that thing is not Mandalore's mask. I don't know what was
Obsidian.
Obsidian doing when they created that freaking mask. Like, look at that.
Yeah, there's a mod for the game that actually managed to make the mask look way. Yeah, there's even the video that actually makes it look like way closer to what in the comics is.
Yeah, I mean, after realizing what the mask actually looks like, I think it would have been better if they did that instead of what they did with it.
Yeah, take a look at the image that the Django's browsing, the one that says "Man of the Preserver." Now that actually looks like the mask.
Yeah.
Now that actually looks cool. But yeah, Mandalore, the Indomitable, or the Ultimate, either one of those. I mean, I'd go with either
Yeah.
one of those in Black Series.
Well, if you consider
Yeah,
Darth Maul a
definitely.
Mandalore, you also have his figure.
Oh God, fuck! They're talking about TCW.
But the question is,
Oh,
would you
no.
really want to do that?
Do you want that, the Django?
Not really.
Or this is the team.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan.
My brother always goes on and on about TCW, and I'm like, I can never get into that, show, and I don't know. A lot of people seem to like it. And I don't know because I don't that much.
I know TCW has its fans, and there's a
Yeah.
few ups, there's some downs, so there is that indeed. So anyway, yeah, Mandalorians, we certainly need to have more. Like,
Yeah.
come on, we only have the 2 Fets and the pacifist Mandalorians, and I guess Prebisla from TCW. So we got those, but
We
come
need
on,
a
let's
Jaster Mario figure.
that would be cool. What do you think, the Django? Imagine
do it.
Jester Mario.
Let's do it.
Oh, is there one?
No, there's not. There's
No.
customs, of course, but yeah, it would be awesome having Jester Mario. You know what would be amazing as a Black Series figure? Way more than Jester Mario? Montrose to his full Mandalorian armor. Oh yes. Yes, imagine Montrose Blacks in his entire Oh yes. Now that would be cool in terms of Mandalorians. What do you guys think? Montrose Black Series figure.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
I'm down with that.
So I'm wondering, should his design be based on the Open Seasons comic or in the time of when he was wearing the Bounty Hunter armor that armor, the one in the Bounty Hunter game?
I mean, the Bounty Hunter version looks kind of generic. It's like a color swap version of Jango's armor.
A bit, but it's way more customized to be more like brutish, if you noticed. So I think I can settle with either one. But if we want to pick favorites, then I guess the comic version would be the coolest. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be the coolest. So there is that. What else? What other Mandalorians should we have? It would be interesting seeing Spar. You know, the ARC trooper that ended up being that ended up leading. Yep. That's the one. That's the one. And it wouldn't be that difficult because he technically is a clone of Jango Fett, so they just have to maybe modify the colors and insignias a bit of a Boba Fett figure and maybe add a few knee pads and shit, and you'd be done. Like, it wouldn't be too difficult. It would be an easy sell. So,
also having like the the Neo Crusaders, classic, all the different types as well.
Oh yeah, having the Coder 1 Mandalorian armor as Black Series figure. That'll be cool, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. Do you know what would be really fucking sick if they released Black Series figure? And yes, this would certainly have plenty of choking hazards. What do you guys think I'm thinking of? Take some guesses.
I don't know.
I'll type it to the I'll type it to the Django so he can see. Oh no, you know what? I'll just say it. It starts with a Y, the first word, and ends with a G, the second word. And it's in Post Return of the Jedi. And it was one of the biggest wars ever.
So, the Vong?
Yes, the Yushan Bong. Just imagine them as Black Series figures. Oh yes.
Okay.
That would be tough, to be honest, because they're all so unique and different. Like that would be interesting for sure.
Well, if they can't make on a specific one, then go for one of the most notable ones, No Manor. He even has a design in Christian Empire. Before he of course was retconned into being a Bonk. But yeah, a Yushan Bonk Black Series figure. Think about that. Now that would be sick. Like,
that'd be cool.
It would be really cool. Like, yeah, there's so much potential with the Yushan Bong's Black Series. Amazing. Oh yeah, Gilad Pelion. Maybe we could get a Black Series figure of him. That'd be interesting. Would be fun. So yeah. What else do you guys think of Black Series figures? Aside from Tales of the Jedi, I know the Django's gonna say Tales of the Jedi. You're probably gonna say Freedom Nat.
Oh, that'd be a good one too. Yeah. Pretty much just do all Tales of the Jedi. I don't care. I'll buy it. Okay.
Yeah.
Does that even include Bima Sunrider?
Yeah, especially that one.
Bima Sunrider, Arca Jeff.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
What?
Oh.
I'll buy 2 figures, okay, of every single one if they do Tales of the Jedi.
Oh my god. That would be if they release an entire
Speaking of Tales of Jedi, what do you guys think of the whole idea of Disney pretty much plagiarizing that name with their?
more like ripping it off.
I know. I got so angry when I found that out. I'm like, are you kidding me? Literally, I mean, it's obvious to me. They're just trying to cut out the EU pass and just trying to rebrand it. It's just, I don't know. It kind of bothered me a lot when they did the whole.
Disney has not been known for using original titles.
I know. They always sugarcoat or take ideas from the EU and then recreate it to their own.
To their heart's content.
Yeah, pretty
but
much.
Most famous example of unoriginal title is The Lost Jedi.
Yeah, exactly. That was the other one I remember.
And there's The Force Awakens, which literally ripped up a fan film from YouTube.
Oh, well, really? I didn't know that. Oh, wow.
I didn't either.
And there's like Secrets of the Jedi.
The Clone Wars. But then
right.
again, that was made in the EU time.
Well, that's true.
You really want to know the reason why The Lost Jedi is really the bad title. So in the 70s, I think, there was like an issue of the Marvel Comics called The Lost Jedi. And like in 2014, under Disney Star Wars, but pre-EU and pre-DSW continuity, they also released a book called The Lost Jedi.
Yeah, I believe it was 2013, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they also released 4 years later another. Yeah.
Lots of Last Jedis. So, yeah, that's interesting. Regards to Tales of the Jedi, the TV show, I've yet to see it. Has any of you guys seen it?
I did see it. I
How was
only
it?
saw one episode of Ahsoka, and the Count Dooku episodes were really good.
Interesting. The one thing I know about Dooku in Tales of the Jedi, why does he sound like Alan Rickman? Why does he sound like Alan Rickman?
I really don't know who that is.
Oh, God.
Alan Rickman is
He's
Professor
not.
Snape from Harry Potter.
Oh,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
sounds like Professor Snape. Why?
no. And I really there's like a scene like where characters trying to quote unquote sound younger while trying to portray the same character. Example is like Freddie Prinze Jr. I think that was his name. And that guy tried to portray, Kanan as a younger version, and he sounds awful in the Bad Batch.
Yeah, that's indeed something. Bryson the Django, have you guys ever heard Professor Snape's voice coming out of young Count Dooku?
Well, I haven't seen the show yet, so I don't know, but I can imagine. I mean, I watched Harry Potter a bit when I was really young, but I don't remember it that much. So
You can actually just watch the trailer on YouTube, and you pretty much get it.
okay, I'll do that.
Okay, the Django. What about you?
Yeah, I'll have to see it for myself because I don't. That's just so weird. I don't know how that could work.
I mean, Christopher Lee didn't sound like that when he was younger.
Exactly.
He certainly did not sound like
Rest in peace,
Professor
Christopher
Snape.
Lee.
Yeah, that legend. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
So, yeah, indeed.
Speaking of Christopher Lee, you know what's weird about the TCW movie? It's like, for some reason, Christopher Lee and Samuel Jackson played Mace Windu and Count Dooku each on the movie itself. For some reason, other actors didn't return. I guess it was expensive.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, certainly could have been a bit expensive, I guess, for something like pretty much recording for the entire TCW. I don't know. I don't know, which is weird.
Yeah.
So there is that. Now I don't know. I don't got anything else. I heard Filoni is definitely doing all sorts of continuity retcons and contradictions in
Yeah.
Tales of the Jedi, which I am just not surprised. I mean,
Yeah, I
is like
know.
Filoni is on it every single time he has his canon Star Wars. There's not a surprise to me. So yeah, at this point, I'm more like kind of laughing at it.
And the Disney Star Wars fanboys are still making excuses, saying
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
it's not a
It-
contradiction, or they're not important enough. You're just nitpicking.
Oh
And
God.
yeah, they come with any excuse to justify their own, you know, universe really. And I mean, like, and besides, I have a brother who's a Disney fanboy, so trust me, I have these kinds of discussions and debates all the time, you know. So it's just, I don't know. It's
Huh.
like, I mean, even when I try to show him the EU material, he just doesn't care because, oh look, it's not in a movie, it's not in a TV show, so it doesn't matter. I mean, a true Star Wars fan should appreciate whatever they get and not just like shit on it just because, oh look, this is in letters and not a movie. You know, it's just
Aren't
annoying.
aren't these aren't these Star Wars fanboys gonna use the same excuse for when you're criticizing their precious movies or TV shows?
I mean, Star Wars fandom since even the days of the prequel era did have a problem of literacy problems because they seem to dislike anything that is in a visual medium.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So like we're
yeah.
trying when people are trying to explain, the possibilities are endless, man. Like the comics, the video games,
yeah,
and the novels, and they're like la 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 la. That's not in the movie.
I know.
Yeah,
Well,
that's something.
I mean, even before Disney, I mean, actually, we had our debates here and there, but it wasn't as bad as what it is today, obviously. But
Well, yeah,
it's
there's that. There's that indeed. So yeah. Any other new stuff that was released as far as the Jungle? Do you have anything to report in regards to news of
Yeah.
Star Wars?
Yep. Let me just share my screen.
Okay, let's see what it is. Okay, let's see.
oh no, oh no,
So
Grogu in the
okay,
dust bunny. What? Oh my
okay.
god.
Let me explain. So a couple days ago, we got some news that on Twitter, Studio Ghibli shared this image of the Studio Ghibli icon with Lucasfilm. So there
Mhm.
was this collaboration going on. This
Okay.
big collaboration. Everybody was excited, including myself, because I'm a super Studio Ghibli
Studio
fan. I
Ghibli.
love all their films. They're just one of the best, Japanese animated studios out there.
Okay.
And seeing them connected with Lucasfilm with Star Wars sounds really cool. However, it's just Grogu, and I am sick and tired of fucking Grogu.
Me
I just,
too.
Yes.
but I watched this actually like an hour ago. It's
Uh,
it's only 3 minutes, and it is honestly okay. I might as well just give my review and talk about it. I'm not giving a rating, but it's pointless. It's honestly so pointless to watch. There's nothing really creative and unique about it. It's hand drawn. It seems fine for the most part. It connects with the Dust Bunnies, which is from some other Studio Ghibli films out there. But it's you can ignore this. You don't have to watch this at all, and you won't miss out anything. It's just kind of like a cute thing for kids and stuff, but
Ugh.
it is just not worth watching at all.
Is old man Miyazaki getting out of money or something? Why is he doing collabs like this?
So I don't think he didn't direct this at all. usually when he directs things, it's just awesome. Like he does like big feature length films, but this was just like a really weird timing for just like an animated short, and it just didn't work at all. I just don't understand why they even did this in the first place. Like if you're gonna do this, if you're gonna put Studio Ghibli, gonna give them the Star Wars and stuff, at least
Yeah.
give them a chance. Give at least make it like 30 minutes, make it like an hour, make it 2 hours. I don't care. Give them the tools and give them the time to actually make like an awesome Star Wars title because they can do it. But
I mean,
3 minutes is like no time.
These guys can draw. I mean, make good hand-drawn animated films like House Moving Castle. That's a classic.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what's called in America. I think it's called. It's let's just say Totoro. You know that?
My neighbor.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's also good.
Mhm.
And I don't remember what it was, but I think it was called Raputa. That's also good. So you just give them, tell them to make a hand-drawn style Star Wars movie, and that would be great. The story, you cannot guarantee the story, but it will be a visual spectacle.
Yeah, from Studio Ghibli, Django, what have you seen that you like a lot about them?
Oh God, I mean, I love everything, everything about them. So even from the beginning to kind of like the tail end, I've just loved most of it. I think probably 98 to 99%. I've just really loved and enjoyed. Maybe 95%.
Yeah, I think I've seen you do reviews of these on your channel, haven't you?
Yeah. In the past, I did.
Mhm.
I mean, there are some really. They have. Okay, so the animation is always really great, and they've kind
Mhm.
of like translated now to do more digital style, so it's not just hand drawn, but they also have some really unique and interesting storytelling with their stories, combining like either like European and Japanese styles into their stories, and maybe even based off like folklore, and making it so unique and spectacular that you wish you were there yourself. Like it is super intelligent and in great storytelling that like it just keeps you into it from the start and the beginning. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, I just love everything about it. I mean, we could go back to like the list of Studio Ghibli films. Um, from 1986 to 2020. I'll say 2014. They've just been great. I don't really familiar with some of these other ones, the later ones films they've done recently.
Mhm.
But they were in a little trouble because I think it was financial reasons or something, and they actually had to split. And so there's like another studio associated with them called Studio Ponic. They've
Oh.
also done some good things too. But
Hmm.
I mean, back in the day, they were like really great, and they've been doing. I mean, they even in the tail end, they've done like really great stuff. It's just that there was just financial things that just kind of set them back. Is all.
That's something. Yeah. So the Grogu short film doesn't show up there because you need to go basically to the list of Studio Ghibli works, the page on Wikipedia. That's where it does show up. So yeah, as well as some other stuff.
Maybe it was just done because Grogu looked cute. That's it.
Oh my gosh.
Not a surprise if that would be.
Yeah, it's not updated on the Wikipedia page.
I mean,
Yeah.
since I wasn't in the Book of Boba Fett or the Mandalorian season 3 trailer reaction, I do also have a problem with freaking Grogu returning to Mandalorian season 3.
Oh Christ. Yeah, me and the Django already discussed that in the previous video.
Oh really?
Yeah, that we don't like Grogu coming back
Yeah.
season 3 or even Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, me either because my brother won't shut up about the Mandalorian and Grogu, and I'm like, okay, for one, they can't. I'm sorry, Grogu just annoys me so much. Even the first episode of the show, I'm like, okay, this whole Baby Yoda thing is just really dumb, and they could easily just focus on the Mandalorians or whatever, but they didn't because they want to make this Mando to be sympathetic, so they fix him with the Baby Yoda or something. Pretty
Mm,
much just doing some kind of Last of Us-esque kind of story with, oh look, here's a complex character, walking around with this baby thing.
mm, yeah. There is that. Now the other big thing to discuss about Star Wars is the only live action TV show going on right now, Andor,
Yeah,
Yeah.
which
I watched quite a bit of that, and I mean, personally, I'm sure it has, some issues, but I fairly enjoyed it for what it is, and you know, definitely much more improvement than the other Disney Star Wars shows, I'll say that. But I have seen some people saying, "Oh, this is better than the original trilogy," which I think that's bad
reaching.
road to go in because I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" Don't get me wrong, I may like Endor in some ways, but I'm not gonna say it's better than the original trilogy. Like, come on.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but who on here has watched the Prey movie?
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, that's great.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Because after the Prey came out, some weirdos came out and say this is the best Predator movie. It's better than the original. And it was like, no, 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 no. Just like there's like a weird kind of cultural movement or whatever.
Right.
I'm the only one who doesn't understand. Whenever something new comes out, people tend to just trash the
Yeah.
original or what
Y-
came before.
Yeah. They
Like,
always do
is this
that.
a trend? Like, what's going on?
I don't get it either because it's like, I mean, 'cause I was a part of a Alien Predator group on Facebook, and like there's one section of fans who are saying, "Oh, this is a great movie," but they're saying, it's like this whole you know, feminist thing versus the right wing thing where they're like, oh, a woman can't do this and all this, and then the other side saying this, and I'm like, this is just dumb. Like, can you just enjoy the movie for what it is instead of like doing this whole cultural war nonsense right now? It's
Well,
kind of
I mean, we don't really want to get into that. I
no,
think it's
no,
main,
I know, but I'm just saying I've seen comments like that. Yeah, that's
right.
all I'm saying.
Yeah, no. I mean, I just think it's just mainly like people have these goggles where like they see something
Yeah,
and then they're like they don't remember the previous films or
yeah,
previous media, and then they're just like they have these goggles where like, okay, this is the
yeah.
best thing ever, and then they don't even bother to rewatch, Predator 1 or Predator 2 or
Yeah.
whatever, and just like appreciate that like for what it is back in the day.
Mm.
And I've seen Prey, and I mean I thought it was a good movie. I mean I'm not gonna like oversell it or anything, but I don't understand the fans who are saying it's like the best Predator film. I'm like, don't get me wrong, it's a good movie, but I'm not gonna say it's better than the original.
I mean,
There's anyway.
a topic
Yeah.
I really wanted to talk about. It's not specifically Star Wars, but it's kind of related to media as general. Like, what is the thing that comes to your mind whenever some idiot goes around saying updated for modern day audience or something?
Oh yeah, I hate that. I hate that. I hate
Mm.
that phrase.
Updated more in the audience.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I mean, it's kind of a difficult thing to go into because without it getting political here. So I don't know.
I wouldn't even
Well,
I wouldn't even calling it specifically getting political. It's just a sense that whatever franchise or product line or whatever, it wants to basically appeal to the current demographic. Not only casual people, probably some little kids, there's probably some whatever majority in whatever community or fan base that is there. And well, actually, no, not in that fan base in general. Like, best example I can think of recently is stuff like, say, certain video games that have come recently, like,
yeah, like
say,
Counter
for
Strike.
example, For example, the latest one I can think of is EA's Battlefield 42, which all tried its hardest to be like Fortnite, be like a Rainbow
Right.
Six, and try to
Yeah.
basically appeal to as many as it could, and it just appealed to nobody.
I think a
Well,
more
'cause,
Star Wars.
oh.
Go on.
Yeah, I was gonna say because recently I was pretty excited about them redoing the Splinter Cell game, but I heard they said news on it's to be updated for modern audiences. So I'm like, what do you mean modern? Like, what does that even mean? And like how I don't understand how that's really relevant to remaking this game.
I think that remake's canceled as far as I know, because Ubisoft
Oh,
has
really?
been
Oh, I
in.
didn't hear about that.
I mean, the Prince of
they-
Persia remake is trouble, so there's that.
Oh, right, yeah.
Anyway,
I think that,
so
games like COD or what the.
okay, so
Okay.
anyway,
yeah,
so
Saints Row or anything, some games like
Oh,
that.
right,
They
yeah.
say like the humor is outdated, and things like what you enjoy in the 2000s are outdated, and we gotta get up to the times like
Yeah.
so us kids who grew up in the 2000s, like what are we? Are we old people? Are we dinosaurs? Are we fossils? Like what are we?
Right.
we certainly would be labeled as
Yeah,
boomers.
yeah, that's a good point to make because, like, especially that game like Saints Row, that new game that came out, like
I
that
mean,
game, it made no sense to me, like with the humor and just how people acted. And I'm like, who is this
I mean,
for?
are we all? I assume we are all in our 20s, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like late 20s.
I think the Django is 30, right?
Yeah, 33.
Oh,
I
okay,
mean,
older
you were a
than that.
kid during the 2000s, or at least a teenager, right?
Yeah, I was kids.
Mhm.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
So like we used to grow up in the days of the Grand Theft Autos, the Star Wars Battlefronts, Knights of the Old Republic, blah blah
Mhm.
blah, and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Like I mean, you could argue that we're older than teenagers or something, or elementary school, but like we're not that old. Like, are we getting? Are we out of touch? I really
I
don't think so.
That's the case.
Don't think so about that. So one instance where I can think of that Star Wars definitely went to appealing to as many as possible. EA's front games, they're so obviously tailored specifically not to the Star Wars Battlefront faithful or even the Battlefield community. No, it was trying to appeal to all of the casual shooter fans as possible, more specifically called to the audience, considering how extremely casual the game is. Like it's beyond casual. It makes any Call of Duty game look like freaking It makes it look like freaking Counter-Strike by comparison.
I mean, for Star Wars in the movie and the live action part is kind of the opposite. They're trying to appeal to the dinosaurs because like why are all these things original trilogy? Like in the gaming side is appealing to the modern day audience, and the movie side they're trying to appeal to the older audience. Like what the hell is going on in this?
That's well, in the case of the movies, it's the milking of the most popular aspect of Star Wars, the original trilogy. In regards to gaming, it's EA chasing all sorts of gaming trends, which we've seen plenty of times with gaming companies lately. So
nobody plays single-player video games anymore.
Oh, right. When they would
only
say
for
that,
EA to release Jedi Fallen Order 2019. Oh god.
And what was that stupid thing one EA person said that resulted in the most downvoted comment in Reddit history?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Wait, what they say?
Oh, you don't know, Bryson?
I don't think so. No.
So the comment basically. So basically, the comments. It's the one that says that has pride and accomplishment in it. I don't know if you heard about that.
You should probably.
If you haven't, here it is.
The
intent is to provide players with a sense of pride and accomplishment for unlocking different heroes.
Wow.
Yeah, the most downvoted comment in Reddit history. That is just.
Wow.
And I'm still wondering if people actually were praising the Jedi Fallen Order. This is just me, so I'm not saying it's all ball. Jedi Fallen Order because it was actually good, or were their standards so low because of the sequel trilogy and EA Battlefronts? Because
Right.
that's always what I've been questioning.
What I I know Jedi Fallen Order definitely heard is good. What I am wondering is how Jedi Survivor is going to be. It released, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be coming out next year. I think it's Fallen Survivor. I don't
Yeah,
remember
Fallen
that.
Survivor. I think it's
Yeah.
Jedi Survivor.
We haven't seen any gameplay or footage or anything, just a trailer and stuff. But
Didn't the show?
I
Didn't the show footage?
I thought they showed just a trailer with some footage, but not that much. But I don't know what the heck is going on with that. I'm kind of worried, to be honest. But I'm going to be anticipating that game for next year. I will be playing that.
Only some gameplay 5 months ago. So there is some gameplay. I think it's in the. But something tells me that it wasn't a teaser, if I recall.
Oh, by the way, speaking of games, this is something I've been wondering, like, what actually happened to the KOTOR 2 DLC for Switch?
Oh, don't get me started.
Oh God!
Don't get me fucking started on that shit.
Like, no. I actually saw your video, Django, and the more I think about it, I'm actually getting triggered because unless I can only give them the excuse they're not giving the DLC under the assumption that they're making it from the ground up, you know. If they're developing a KOTOR 2 DLC from the ground up, you know, adding even more, going way beyond what the modders did, then I can give them the excuse. But if they're taking this long to release a mod, no, there's no excuse. Seriously.
I think
Okay.
I think it's Asper. Just at this point, Embracer Group or the company, it shook them up so much to the point in which, by this point, I don't even know what the hell Asper is doing. Are they even alive?
Okay, so shall we give some context to this so that people know what we're talking about?
Yeah, we should.
Okay, so when the KOTOR 2 was announced, we had the trailer and it was showing in the end that the restored content mod would be coming out for the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
That was revealed. That was the big thing. That's what grabbed everybody to get KOTOR 2 on the Switch in the first place, because that was a pretty unique thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, later on, months later, we would have, news of Asper being in trouble with Embracer and practically being dropped from the remake, because they're also doing the remake at the same time. The KOTOR remake. Now, essentially, they've been dropped from what we've heard. And Embracer didn't like what they were seeing from the demo. So they also promised us the restored content mod for KOTOR 2 at the same time, and that would be coming out Q3 of this year. It's way past Q3. People have been
November.
Yeah, it's Q4 at this point. It's like mid Q4, and there has been nothing. Zero. No news. They have not done a tweet. Nothing. People have been tweeting them out like crazy. I've been searching articles, everything. Nothing. They've been zero silence. And I think it's just due to the troubles they've had with Embracer. And there is just no... I just feel like at this point, don't be surprised if there's not going to be a restore content mod. Don't be surprised.
Or if it shows up, it has some issues.
I just don't think it's going to come out anymore at this point. I just
Yeah, so it seems like KOTOR 2 is always fated. Fate is never to be completed.
Oh, Christ.
And this is kind of another big thing too, is like this is considered false advertisement at the same time, because like you promised this for this to come out, and now it's not coming out, and especially at this time, like there could be lawsuits and stuff. Who knows? I mean, I don't know who would do this,
The
but
lawsuits would only happen if the people that they were promised it, the people were the investors in some way. If it was like some sort of a Kickstarter or whatever, and they asked for pretty much didn't deliver and they ran over the money. That would be one. That would be one aspect of false marketing. The other one would be that they do release it, but turns out it's completely not what they marketed at all. So that's the only two scenarios I can think of where there would be lawsuits. Now, examples of that happening, well, a few examples would be pretty much all the Kickstarters that just pretty much failed and pretty much took the money for themselves. And so that's one.
but this isn't a
I think
Kickstarter. That's the only thing.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
know that.
another
That's why I'm saying that I don't see lawsuits happening in this one, because it doesn't have the same situation with Kickstarters on they didn't crowdfund, or B, they have yet to even release the thing to see if it even is what they marketed or not. So
a case
there's
of
no
broken promises,
lawsuits.
which is lasting until today. Is like, I think in like 2013 or 2014, at some point, it was tried to. Rockstar promised GTA 5 users that they will make a story DLC, not online, for GTA 5. They've been waiting for years and years, and it still didn't come out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that shit.
Like
Yeah.
how I mean, GTA right now kind of reminds me of like Skyrim, because they keep on re-releasing the same game so many times now, and it's just getting tiresome.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that.
I think Lucasfilm will do the same if they had a game that was that popular. Fortunately,
To be fair, there's several of their games just really need releases. So at least they would actually be releasing more of their older stuff compared to Rockstar, where they're just GTA 5, and that's pretty. And I guess LA Noire kinda, and that's pretty much it.
Red Dead Redemption 2 does count. Technically.
Well, okay, well there's that, but I meant releasing their older stuff. I didn't
Yeah.
mean games. So there is that too. And what other stuff? In regards to Aspira, it just sucks that this happened to them, because I mean before they were putting out some really good really doing they were known as the house that were porting Star Wars games to current platforms.
You still
They
talking
used
about
to-
Fire, right?
What they were like or Fire. They used to be a Mac only porting house. I don't know if you guys knew that, but they used to port PC games to the Mac. Yeah, they were all about just porting to the Mac. They did Twitter 2, Honor, Alex Salt, Very Secret, NASCAR games, Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4, Spider-Man 2, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, True Crime, Streets of LA. They actually ported Guitar Hero 3 for PC and Mac. That's something. They Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare to Mac. So like they were pretty much the death to port everything to the Mac. That's what they were.
Yeah.
And so, but then somewhere I guess in the 2010s, they decided we can do more than just porting to the Mac, and we can play like Linux, iOS, and they started doing that with several, and then it wasn't until like 2017 actually that they started basically porting stuff with Layers of Fear, and then next year with Observer, and then they ported Sid Meier's Civilization 6 to Nintendo Switch, and some other games to multiple platforms. And then I told you Outcast on Switch and PS4. That was like their first game they ported to current platforms that are not or Android or Linux. So yeah. Now the reason why Xbox One is because Microsoft made that game compatible. So that's pretty much why. So there is that. Then of course we had Episode 1 Racer for Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. So we actually do have that, which is actually the best version of that game. Yeah, it's better than the N64 original, because the N64 original it runs well. Could run, and definitely some blurry visuals. There's no music playing for most of the tracks as on the final lap, which is something that Asper Sport they pretty much fixed. So there actually is music across from start to finish. So yeah, that is pretty much the best. And I think you can play online with that one. So yeah. So yeah, Asper's Episode 1 Racer Report is the best one. Then there's Night Jedi Academy for the Switch, PS4, no Xbox One because pretty much backwards compatible. So there is that. And then we got, of course, Stuff's The Zombie Rebel Without a Pulse for platforms. So there's that one. But actually, the one you guys want to hear about, Star Wars Republic Commando, came on the Switch and the PS4. No Xbox One because backwards compatible on the backwards compatible current Xbox consoles. But to be honest, it's probably still a better version because we actually have multiplayer, whereas the Switch and PS4 versions have no multiplayer, not even local, which that's surprising. Yeah, it's only the campaign.
Wow.
So yeah.
Well, I've been here a while and I have work tomorrow, so I'll probably talk to you guys later if that's okay.
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 Okay. Bye, Bryson.
I'll see you later.
See you, Bryson.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Take care.
Going to the Aspir. So yeah, Republic Commando, Switch, PS4, awesome. So there's that, and then of course, nice the Republic 1 on the Switch, which do you guys on the Switch?
Yes,
First one.
I have played it. It's a little weird. There is some weird bugs in that. Definitely some weird stuff that I've never seen before that popped up in here in comparison to I've played the original port, I've played it on PC, and I've never seen anything like that where I've just had characters like oh my god. Okay, it's just so there is one where I'm on Tatooine and I come out and there's like a duplicate of what's her name? The blue toy Mission Val. Just pop up twice. One she's like in her naked form and then one just regular form. And I'll have like
when you say naked, do you mean as in literally naked or just underwear?
Just underwear. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what were you thinking? If the game wouldn't be released if you do that. In fact, Lucasfilm would be suspected for pedophilia if they did that.
No, they'd be suspecting that it's not even mature rated. So that much is it.
But
anyways,
I mean, there are some other bugs with the game as well that happened and just were really weird. But it kind of showed to me that, like, even as of late, it kind of shows that there are definitely some problems with Asper because they kind of made a shoddy port. Well, I mean, it was decent port of Coder 1, but there are some just weird little funky things with that kind of ruined it.
I think I got an answer as to why the Django. The Switch port came out November 11, 2021. Asper was purchased by Embracer in February 2021.
Yep.
I think that explains it.
I mean, there were some weird things in the KOTOR 2 game I played. Like, for example, there was like this weird bug where if you go inside the Ebon Hawk, there's 2 atoms.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was like a weird glitch. I think this also exists in the original version. Like there's a glitch that prevents Beldor from following you or talking to him in general. There's some weird glitches going on.
Yeah, so yeah, I actually heard about that too with the Coder 2, like the glitches and bugs and stuff. So I mean, this shows that they're kind of not doing a good job with the recent Star Wars ports. And even though they've done a really good job in the earlier days, but now it's kind of showing.
It's showing that definitely the purchase by Embrace are definitely starting to affect their workplace and workforce.
Yeah,
I mean, at least Embracer Group also owns 3D Realms and Gearbox, right?
I think so. I need to check that.
Yeah. Why not release a new Duke Nukem game or something instead of doing this nonsense?
Well, they're doing Deus Ex, so I guess they may enjoy Duke Nukem.
They
So there's
recently
that.
purchased like the rights to Tomb Raider. So
They purchased pretty much.
Yeah.
They purchased pretty much several IPs and two or three studios from Square Enix, because Square Enix wanted to literally just get rid of all of its Western studios. I believe Square Enix Montreal was one of them too, and they pretty much got rid of all of that, and they wanted to sell all of it, and they got it for cheap, like less than $500 million or $1,000. If I recall, they got it for cheap compared to what those IPs would usually cost. And why? Because Square Enix wanted to invert all of their shit into NFTs. Yeah, I'm not kidding. That was actually their main reason as to why they sold all of that shit, because they want to get into the NFT market.
Good job, Square Enix.
But shouldn't these companies already know that consumers don't like that when they do that?
Well, I mean, they should, but they want that money. They want it.
And they should know that people with smartphones can just screen capture it.
Yeah, but
like,
I mean,
who does this benefit? Huh?
Only the corporations and those that can get rich. So there is that. But yeah, so going back to anyway, so going back to Aspyr. So basically the next, I was going to ask, how is the Force Unleashed on Switch? How's it on Switch?
I can't say because I haven't played it on the Switch.
I mean, I heard that the Force Unleashed on the Switch is the PS2/Wii version.
It is, yeah. It's basically the version made by Chrome Studios, if I recall. So yeah, and that version's actually it's competent. It's good. I have it on the Wii. I have it on the PSP. So I have played it. It's definitely cool.
It's a different enough game from the quote-unquote HD version, right?
Yeah, it has the same story and characters and stuff, but it's definitely different, like a different take on it, with some exclusive levels, of course.
Also, I need to go back to Coder 2 as well, Aspyr, for the port. What I don't understand too is like they did a phenomenal job with the Steam version of Coder 2.
Oh,
phenomenal
it's great.
job. It's fantastic. You can put mods and everything. And then you come out with this Switch version, and it's almost like double the size, like the file size, and it's just not even as good. Like I just don't understand that.
According to what I remember, I think the KOTOR size file is like 4.7 or like less than 5 gigabytes.
Yeah, and I think the Switch version is a little bit more. I have to check on that.
As far I really think it has to be the Embracer Group purchase really has to be the main culprit as to why Aspyr post February 2021 has just been having some issues with their ports, especially in regards to Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 on the Switch.
15.7 gigabytes in for the Switch.
What do you say?
15.7 gigabytes?
13. Wait a second. No, that can't. The original PC port. That's less than 5 gigabytes.
I'll show you right now.
Let's see it. Okay, tell me when you're ready, Django, so I can show.
How do
Okay,
you do that?
let's see it.
See, this is something I think I pointed out in my video, one of my first videos, but yeah, this is something that I wonder too. So according to a listing, it'll be 15.7 gigabytes in size.
Let me check on the official Nintendo eShop.
Closer to
We're checking
16
that shit.
gigabytes.
Well, do they also have graphic mods that makes the game look like HD? Do they have more facial expressions?
Well, you
And
think.
then let me just check.
Okay, let's see. Knights of the Republic 2. Sith Lords. Let's see. Oh,
4.47 gigabytes.
And I usually were under the assumption that usually are they compressed these console versions?
I mean, they should. I mean, they should be compressed in a way to make them to make them be able to put in their into the games. Okay, so holy shit. Okay, so according to the eShop listing, it says 16,269 megabytes. I translate that to gigabytes, and that's basically 16.2 gigabytes.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then
So,
yeah.
You know what? And that's the most ludicrous thing I've seen in recent days.
it could be worse. It could. The Switch could have been a 8 gigabyte console where basically this game would be unplayable. But why version will you to play Fatal Frame?
Wait, does the Switch also have like discs, right?
The Switch uses little cartridges. They're almost the size of a DS cartridge, almost.
Why do they keep using cartridges? What?
I know it's because of the portability factor of the Switch, which in this case I can understand it more compared to something like, say, the N64, where that definitely should have gone into CDs. But in this case, I can see it more because of it being portable. I mean, even the 2000s, 2010s, DS and 3DS were still using cartridges, so I can see why portability wise.
But the thing is, like nowadays, it's like they put like a little, like amount, like probably like 5, like okay, so suppose this is like 16 gigabytes. They probably put like a quarter of that, not even a quarter, like probably like 500 or like a gigabyte, and then the rest you have to download through the internet to download the rest. That's how they did with the new Call of Duty as well.
Wait, let me get this straight. So even if you quote unquote buy the disc, you didn't actually buy the whole thing. That's what I'm trying. What?
Yeah. Okay, I know that's the case with PS4 and Xbox One games, especially those that have multiplayer. But in regards to the Switch, it varies depending on the game. Plenty of games do have the entire game on the cartridge. However, there are some that definitely are pretty much you need to install stuff. I know the NBA 2K games are culprit of this. As for Knights of the Republic 2, that I don't know. I don't know if is this game even sold physically? I think it's just digital.
It's mostly digital. I don't know about physical.
Blu-ray is the future.
In a sense, kinda, yeah.
If you get the limited run, yeah.
Okay, well, limited run, that's basically them doing. But I'm not. But I meant physical, as seen from the actual company or developer that's porting it.
I mean, that's really disappointing hearing how the Switch works, because if you try to play the original PC version of KOTOR 2 on anything other than Windows XP, it won't run properly. I tried, it just doesn't work. But the Steam version where Aspire somehow updated, that thing works out pretty good. So this is one of the few occasions where I had to say buy the Steam version instead of the GOG version.
There's that, yeah. Yeah, this Aspirator definitely has issues. So There is that. And what else was I going to say? Oh, yeah, regarding Nintendo Switch. I know that I'm really curious of how the Force Unleashed plays on the Switch. I'm curious because supposedly it has the controls of both the Wii version and you can even put the PS2 controls if you want. So you can choose the control scheme. You can use the motion controls if you want, or just play it with regular controls. Like it has options for both. So I'm curious because that version released, at least the Switch version, supposedly released this year in April 20. So I'm definitely interested in hearing how it came out for the Switch. So there is that. And yeah. Anything else to mention on Aspyr and their Star Wars endeavors?
No.
Release the DLC already, you pricks.
Or just announce that it got cancelled. Like, either one. Don't keep us guessing.
Or confirm a Star Wars / Duke Nukem crossover or something.
Oh, do you mean them porting Star Wars Dark Forces or something?
No, I'm just joking. Just like confirm a Star Wars / Duke Nukem crossover.
Oh God! Just imagine the Duke showing up in Star Wars. Him pretty much just saying, "Damn, I'm looking good."
Like, damn, those ugly Empire bastards just flew off my planet.
That'll be something. Yeah, so there's that. Anyway, so any other Star Wars stuff you guys want to discuss?
I wanted to show this real quick.
Let's see it. Oh, limited run. Okay.
So I don't understand this. Nice silver. Is my screen showing?
Yeah, it's showing. Okay. So I kind of see what they're going for, but I don't think in this game it kind of works. So it's basically trying to it's a PH. Wait, wait. What are you? Oh, okay.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, how does this work?
Yeah, so basically, it's a collection edition that just has a VHS, a manual, and the game. So I was gonna say, how the fuck is the game playing the Switch? But now I see what it is.
Wait, what is the VHS for?
Yeah, what is it for?
I need to read this. Yeah, physical copy of Knights of the Republic, slipcover, steelbook, VH style box.
A box.
So it's just a box. VH.
I just got one question. Why VHS with Knights of the Old Republic?
Wait,
hey, it's not that old. Come on.
Yes, but keep in mind, Knights of the Republic, by the time that game came out, DVDs were already the rave.
I mean, VHS, according to what I remember, lasted until some parts of 2008. I haven't seen VHS since 2008.
I mean, there is that, but nobody would associate Knights of the Republic with VHS. Your Episode 1 Racer would make more sense being associated with VHS, because the Phantom Menace, I believe, it still came out of VHS.
Yeah, what is this? Is this gonna be some kind of an edited down version of KOTOR the movie? If that exists, I would actually see that.
Okay, so I think from what I understand, I'm just looking at this. So it's a slipcover, and then there's a box. The box includes the physical game in here. So that's what I'm kind of seeing from here.
Yeah, this seems to be the case. I just don't understand why Knights of the Republic 1. It will make more sense that Episode 1 Racer had this. That will make more sense.
No, what is that VHS anyway? Like, what comes out if you put it in the system?
Oh, so it's not an actual VHS. It's just like a replica?
It's just a box. Yeah, it's a box.
What?
Yeah, it's just for design. Yeah, that's why I'm...
12, you can see it says 12.1 gigabytes right here.
Oh, yeah. God.
I'm pretty sure a VHS can't have that much space. So there's that.
There is that, yeah. I'm just I already said. Well, I'm just wondering why they didn't do episode 1 Racer. Like that just makes way more sense than Ice Republic 1. Nobody associates Coder 1 with BHS. Nobody in their right mind would do that.
Oh, this is coming soon. Speaking of episode 1,
Oh,
Racer Mega Bundle. What the hell is this?
okay. It seems like it has a PS4 and Xbox One version. And what does it have in the front? What's that figure? The one that's in episode 1 box.
Is that a? It can't be a toy.
What is it? No,
don't
I think
understand.
it's like a card or something. I don't think it's a toy.
Looks like a useless contraption to me.
Because it's got like a toy case. And
Yeah, but I
then
think
I
it's a
guess this is
card.
where the game is. Yeah. It says
No,
PC
because
on it.
because it says PC.
Yeah, this one says PC.
Oh, okay. That'll be something. I thought it was just the PS4 and Switch version. I don't know. I mean, limited run games, they probably get creative with some of their stuff. So I don't know. So yeah. What else? There's I see the Jedi bundle there. That actually makes sense combining those two. Wait, is that Racer's Revenge?
Oh, this is coming soon. And then wait, what? It's coming out on PS4.
Wait.
So-
Racer's Revenge is on PS4?
$239.99. Like, wow.
Wait,
No. I mean, the thing is, like, I'm interested in this. Like, I didn't know there was going to be a port of this. Like, so is it going to come out on PC? I would expect.
That's
That's something to look into. Yeah.
Okay, let me see that. Okay,
I actually never played this game.
I haven't either. It's on PS2. I might as well get it on PS2. Okay, so apparently the game is so supposedly it came out in PS2, PS3, and PS4. PS3 and PS4 being, I suppose, digital purchases. So okay, so it seems like it's that. I think limited run games is just porting. It's just porting the PS4 version in physical. That's what I think it is. Because I don't see any news of it coming to PC. Yeah, I know Bounty Hunter is on PS4. Now I don't know why there's a SNES, an NES, and Game Boy cartridges.
It's just a mega bundle, so it's just like including all of these. Yeah.
If they actually were releasing the original Star Wars NES game and Game Boy Color, that would actually be pretty cool. But if it's just casings, then what's the point? Like, which seriously, their gaming preservation, it really needs to happen. Seriously, we need more. All these games preserved. I know Super Star Wars is the only SNES game released on the PS4. What's up with the other two? Why haven't they been released in there? And why haven't Super Star Wars come out on all the other platforms? Why just the PS4? Same goes with Bounty Hunter. Like, what's up? What is up? like, what do you guys think?
Yeah, these things really look weird though. Like, if you actually have some stuff like, a behind the scenes documents or something like that, that would be an interesting thing.
Yeah.
But like, I have to be frank with you, but what's included in these quote unquote special edition, limited edition, or ultra edition, or whatever the hell they're gonna call it, they kind of look worthless.
Yeah, it's just filled with junk, honestly.
It's because limited run games, not necessarily. They just find a way to like put the digital version of the game into a physical copy, and then they add a few extra stuff in it. So I guess the people that really like to put stuff in the shelf would be fine, but those that want more than just the game and something physical, like some actual like extra stuff, like some documentaries or behind the scenes or art books.
You got to see this one. This.
Oh,
what the?
I guess the Django was Wasn't that something? So anyway, yeah. So what are you saying, though, in regards to limited run games?
I mean, the quote unquote collectibles here don't seem that really interesting according to what I see, because like, what are these? Some extra buildables? Like, if let's see, if I say I bought a limited edition or special edition of a movie, right? You
Mhm.
get like all these interviews, behind the scenes, or special features, or something like that, right?
Mhm.
And
Oh,
you buy
like
these limited run things, and they give you some weird tokens or cards. Like, what are these? What does
look
these
look
things
at this
do?
thing. This thing is insane. $175
Yo,
for
what
all
is
of this.
that?
Let's
Coder
see.
2 Limited Master Edition.
Master. Ooh. Okay.
Wait, I thought that KOTOR Episode 4 parody poster was a fan made thing.
Yeah, I thought
Well,
I thought this was fan made too. Guess I'm
guess it isn't. Okay, so it has obviously the case. Apparently has an Xbox version. Oh no, it's another case for the Switch version. Presentation, a Goto pin. Okay, concept art cards. Oh, okay.
Bazak playing Matt and Bazak deck. Oh my god.
Okay, not gonna lie, that actually is kind of cool. Like actually having Pasak as a physical game, that actually is cool. Korban concept art.
Oh, lightsaber.
It's Nihilus's replica of it, and the premium foil hardcover strategy guide, and some coins and stuff. Okay, out of all of these, I think the coolest shit is the Pasak. I honestly think the Pasak is the most interesting, and I guess in the concept art cards too, to some extent. So I think
Warning.
that's. Oh,
If you pull out plus or minus card, I'll initiate assassination protocols.
that's something. Yeah. So yeah, the Django, out of all that, what do you like the most? I like the Pasak.
I like the I don't know how big this thing is. Probably really tiny. I would assume the hilt.
Probably it is. Yeah.
So I think the Pazak one. I never really played Pazak in the Knights of the Republic game, so but it is pretty cool to get the physical thing.
Yeah. I played like one time, maybe twice in Coder, and didn't bother with. I know some people like it. So
I mean, I didn't play it because money wasn't really an issue. And I usually, pick up the weapons from my dead enemies. They
and
give
money.
some pretty good. Yeah, they give some pretty good loot.
Was there any like unique quests like after doing Pazak? Like, was there any unique interactions or anything like that in any of the games?
I honestly
think there was
don't
like
know.
a thing about Adam saying that he plays Pazak in his head, so people cannot infiltrate his mind or something.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, if you actually play Pazak, and then do you get like any type of interactions, special interactions with any people or anything like that?
I don't know.
Because that's why I like didn't really get into it, because like I didn't want to do that, like learn all that, and then get it those like little tiny interactions or anything like that.
I don't know. Maybe with Facton in learning how to play Pasak in Coder 2, but I think that's about it. So I don't know. So there is that. Any other interesting Star Wars editions from Limited Run, or is that it? The Django?
I'm sure there's plenty of others, but oh god. Let's see what this one. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Is that a Mandalorian helmet on the cover?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's Revan's helmet.
Oh well, I mean his helmet is Mandalorian, so I guess that's why. There's the premium edition.
Only $90.
Oh boy. I mean, cool. So
you could buy
there
like
is
the
that.
same game, 10 copies of the same game with that money.
10
Practically.
copies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Especially like the OG Xbox version only costs like what, $10 in Microsoft Marketplace. So Yeah, you could literally buy like at least 10 versions, 10 times. What I really want to see NES Premier Edition. Come on, release the NES
What is
games,
that?
damn it. Oh,
What does this thing have?
what does it have, the Django? Let's see. Art cards, metal coin, thermal detonator, certificate of
cool.
authenticity.
I like
You
this
know what?
poster.
You buy, this is just what I'm saying. Like, you buy a super duper edition of Republic Commando and comes with 5 of the series books inside. That'll be the best edition.
Basically,
Yeah.
having all 5 Republic Commando books plus game.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'll be
Without
interesting.
the
not gonna
Legends
lie.
label. Without the Legends label.
I don't care if it has it. If it has it, that's fine with me. As like it even existing, that bundle would be amazing. Like-
That is something people would pay money to.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
because
legit.
this art is from I think the first novel.
The first
know
one, yeah,
what?
but the other two, I don't know.
I think there's like a behind the scenes feature of Republic Commando that actually has these things.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah, that could be.
you beat one level and then they show you the behind the scenes concept art and all that stuff.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, indeed. So there's that, and what? Let's see what else. Seeing all those NES and then 64 shit, like I'm just here wondering, like, can we please just have the NES and SNES Star Wars games released? Seriously, like, come on,
Shadows
like
of
the only,
Empire.
yeah, the like that's obviously not the original the original cartridge. I know I have the original cartridge and I can play it.
Shouldn't they do some deal with Nintendo or something if they do that? Or no?
Don't think so, because it's not only is it limited run, but I don't think it's like a legitimate or if it is legitimate cartridge, retro cartridge, MNO pin, playable on your retro console system. Oh, so it is. So it's basically an 64 cartridge with the ROM of Shadows of the Empire in it. Because I don't think it's like the actual like or maybe it is the original 64 game, just but the ROM version. I don't know if it's like exactly built like the original cartridge. So it's just a custom version of Shadows of the Empire.
Have you guys
So-
played the Shadows of the Empire on I think it was Steam or GOG?
I played it on N64 and then I played the Steam version, if I recall.
I tried to play the PC version, but the game was I couldn't really understand what was going on with the first level with the AT-ATs, so I just gave up.
Well, that's something.
I mean,
first
I thought it
levels-
was a good port. The PC version is definitely different than the N64.
It's different with the
yeah.
way the story is presented, particularly cutscenes, but the actual gameplay itself is exactly the same. The only difference is that for some reason Dash is faster in the PC version, as in his movement speed is just faster compared to N64.
I mean,
That's
because
like
the N64 couldn't even do like 30 FPS at the time.
No, it's not just that. Like Dash is straight up faster for some reason. I don't know if it's actually because of the faster frame rate or something, but it just feels faster to move. Actually making him a bit slightly less possible to make the platforming compared to say the N64. Slightly, it's still very, very, very playable. So I do think the PC version is definitely the way to go, simply because of the high resolution and definitely the higher frame rates. So
Yeah,
and
I
also
mean,
the
I
cutscenes.
thought it was good. It's just like the thing is like I don't remember. Did Asper do the port for that?
No, I think that was Lucasfilm, if I recall, because I don't remember Asper. Not to mention the game came out in '97. Asper, they started what 99?
No, I'm talking about the recent port for Shadows of the Empire.
Recent port? Which one?
For Shadows of the Empire for the like the Steam version and stuff.
I don't
Steam and
I
GOG.
don't know. Okay, I need to check that. I need to check that myself. Let's see. Because I'm actually Some actually so prime. Let's see. Force Unleashed. Where? Shows the Empire. Okay, here's the the video game. Yep. That okay. So released on the PC. But I don't think. Let me see. Where did you find the Jungle?
I'm just looking at it now. Let's see. It just says LucasArts.
I don't. No Shadows of the Empire in Asper's list of port games.
I think it was kind of fixed because I remember trying to run this. I think this game came out for, it's called Windows, but I think this thing originally came up for Windows 98 or something, or 97.
97.
Yeah, so it doesn't really run well, even in Windows XP, according to what I remember.
I managed to get it running pretty well in my computer, though I don't remember if I played it in my new desktop or if I played it in my original laptop. I need to check that.
I tried to play this on the GOG version. Doesn't seem
Yeah,
to not update it.
Oh, really? I mean, I played it through there. It's just that I always played it through first person and not third person that much.
Oh,
Wait.
okay. So apparently I played Shadows of the Empire in my laptop. Considering that it says the last time I played it was in 2017. Holy shit. Okay, I guess I now know where I played it. Well, if my laptop could play it, which was a Windows 10, then my current desktop that I'm using right now, should more than be able to play it. Okay. So yeah, Shadows of the Empire, definitely play it on PC. So there is that.
Republic
That's one game.
Commando is not updated
In PC?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, it's because Asper only made PS4 and Switch versions. They made no PC.
No, they didn't make the PC version for the original KOTOR PC, but they updated it, I guess.
They updated it, or
they added like 4K and stuff like that. It's really great, fantastic.
And I think there was like also cloud saving.
Yeah.
Though I probably think if you're playing on Steam, you have cloud saving by default, if I recall. So there is that, and oh, we're searching now. Oh, nice Republic too. There it is. Now I think about it. I do wonder. Like PC definitely is the best place to. I definitely think it is the best place to play. Almost all the Star Wars games, because only Rogue Squadron 2 and 3, if I recall, are not playable on PC, and I think and I guess Star Wars Obi-Wan too, and that's pretty much it in terms of the games that are not Star Wars games not playable on PC. What other game? Oh, and I guess Star Wars: The Clone Wars is also too as well. Bounty Hunter. But aside from those, what other Star Wars games are missing to be on PC? Do you guys got something?
I have to check.
PC, you missing games for Star Wars PC?
Yeah, like Star Wars games that have only released on console, never on PC.
Bounty Hunter is a good example.
Yeah, I already mentioned that, and Rogue Squadron 2 and 3 as well, and the Clone Wars also too. But what else?
The new droid now, that's GBA. So that's
Oh, I'm seeing there Starfighter and Jedi Starfighter. Were those ever released on PC?
Starfighter, that's a good. Let me just.
I think the first Starfighter was on it, but Jedi Starfighter, the sequel.
Yeah, Jedi Starfighter. That was. I think that was. Was that GameCube?
Jedi Starfighter is PS2 and Xbox.
Yeah, that's a weird thing, isn't it? Why isn't the second one on PC?
Oh, Xbox, PS2. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's. It is interesting how only the first one is on PC, but the second one is like no.
I wish they did another Starfighter game just for it based on like episode 3 and stuff. I think that would have been cool.
Would have been interesting. No, I think the reason they didn't do it is because Battlefront pretty much took over in regards to not only dogfighting but also land battles and stuff.
Yeah, they should
So-
have made a third game. What would it call it?
I don't know. Maybe
Starfighter?
Clone
Oh.
Starfighter.
Clone Starfighter would be something. So yeah. I know in 2003 Rogue Squadron 3 was the last Rogue Squadron game, and that was like there's game Rogue Squadron 2 and 3, they're GameCube only. I know the first one is on PC as well as 64, but Rogue Squadron 2 and 3 just stuck in the GameCube, never been re-released, not even for the Wii, like anything like that. I
It
heard
desperately
that
need to be on the PC or something.
I heard that Rogue Squadron 2 and 3 were going to be released on the Wii with updated visuals and stuff, but apparently something happened. I don't know if it was in Factor 5 or something that pretty much just like led to it just not happening. Which that stinks. Like just imagine if those were released on the Wii. Would have been something. Empire at War, well, that's obviously PC only. The only RTS game that, well, I know there's other two.
Galactic Battlegrounds, that was PC also.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's PC also. Rebellion certainly is PC exclusive. So there is that. Race Episode 1 Racer. At this point, it's available on plenty of versions. There's a Dreamcast version. Oh damn! A
I think I
Dreamcast
remember
version.
playing the Racer arcade like way back and
Yeah, me
enjoying
too.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, me too. It was so long ago.
I would love to play that.
That would be some. Oh, speaking of arcade games, Star Wars arcade games. Oh, the one arcade game that I want so badly for myself. Hell, I'd go as far as buying it and putting the arcade machine here in my house. Star
Wait,
Wars
is it possible
Trilogy.
to emulate that?
Yeah, I can emulate it on PC. I have done it and played it. I'm talking about Star Wars Trilogy Arcade. Oh, that's one of my top two arcade childhoods.
Wait,
no,
is that the
nice.
Star Wars arcade game where you know the first person
Yeah, the one.
style?
Yeah, the one the Django's is opening right now. Yep, that's the one. That's the one. That's, if you ask me, even to this day, that's a definitive Star Wars arcade experience. I know Episode 1 could beat it, but it's a definitive one. The latest arcade game that released in what was it, 2014 or 16, that doesn't compare to this. This is just amazing. Not only do you have your plenty of shooting, and for its time it looks great using Sega's arcade Model 3, which is the one that used for Daytona USA, which is awesome. But it has 3 levels, but they vary up and stuff. They don't play the same like it does in the Battle Pod arcade for Star Wars. But also, let's not forget, you can also fight Boba Fett and Darth Vader. Oh yeah,
Yeah, I love that. That was so awesome. You could do ground
for
combat too.
arcade, this came out in the 90s, right? Is it?
Yeah, it came out
98.
in 98. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know the 3D, the polygons don't look atrocious.
It's like I
pretty
said,
good.
it's because this game was really is using the arcade model, Sega's arcade Model 3, which they used to make all their arcade games in the 90s. They started with Daytona USA, and they went doing other stuff. Like, how's that?
They don't really look that blocky to me.
It looks really good. Granted, I'm pretty sure here in this video he's probably using an emulator. I don't think he's like actually playing it in the arcade machine. But yeah, that's how the game looks. And I mean, yeah, I'd love to have an arcade version. And of course, yes.
I didn't even
I
get
mean, like
that
compare
part.
this to something like Dark Forces, and like, they look blocky, so blocky.
I know.
Dark Forces 2.
Dark Forces 1 and 2 are two games that could certainly benefit from any sort of well, the second game definitely a remake. The first game, I'd say a good source port and HD visuals and stuff could pretty much alleviate that one. So yeah, but
I
yeah,
would kill for this. This would be awesome.
Trust me, Django. I played that game like crazy when I was a little kid. I even played it a few years ago with in Las Vegas, actually, in the arcades. And let me tell you, this shit holds up really well. It's still the best Star Wars arcade I've ever played. Like
The amount of money you would spend just in
How many
just to
quarters
keep
did you
going.
use?
Uh,
How many
I
quarters
would
did you use?
buy that. I would buy that arcade machine and put it in my house.
No,
No
how many
questions
quarters
asked.
did you use when playing it?
I did spend a good chunk. That last level, by the way, the Endor level, that one, it is the hardest son of a bitch in that entire game. Like it, because so much shooting happens at you. You're gonna spend an extra quarters in there compared to the other levels. Like,
Was it multiplayer? Like you play with two
no,
people?
it's just single player, just
Oh.
one player.
Damn.
Like, is there some kind of a joystick you have to use for this, right?
Yes, it has an actual joystick that you move up and down and shoot. You also use that joystick for the lightsaber duels, and it worked. Yeah, it worked. The arcade played good from start to finish. Like, this shit is just
Good times, man.
yeah, this arcade is still really good. Like, compared to the arcade that released recently for Star Wars a few years ago, if you search for it, Django, I think it's called Star Wars Battle Pod or something. If you search for it, it's like you're gonna see that it's just pretty easy and pretty much just not too Battle Pod something. Something. Yeah, there it is, Star Wars Battle Pod. Yeah, that's like graphically it looks great and everything, but gameplay wise, it just like it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy.
Oh, were you like in this like giant machine?
I did play it when I did play it in an arcade, and yeah, it was pretty cool, but definitely not as varied in terms of gameplay, and all of it was just shooting. There was no variation, and it was pretty easy to shoot. Like, I didn't waste that many quarters. Yeah, even the half level is not that different. Like, it's pretty much like every ship you handled the same. Whether it was an X-wing, a snowspeeder, whatever, it just handled the same. There was no real difference in the levels, other than I guess a bit of difficulty. But yeah, it handles the same. It's not like in the Trilogy arcade where if you're in the Unreal section of the X-wing in Episode 4. And you compare it then to the snow speeder in episode 5, yeah, that they actually feel and play differently. Or the speeder bike in episode 6 in Trilogy Arcade, where it's different, where it's skier, it's just on rails, exactly the same. Like, there is really no gameplay variation with this game.
If this was like in VR, I would be like sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
No, speaking of Star Wars games, like when do you think, like, when are we gonna get a proper open world Star Wars game? That's the question.
That's a good question. You'd think it should have already been done, but I know Henson considers SWTOR a open world game, though I don't know. I mean, maybe, but then again, every single MMORPG would be that. So I don't know. When talking open world games, I mean single player open world games. So yeah,
you know, Rockstar of all game companies should ask Lucasfilm if they could make a Star Wars slot.
Nah, they're fucking busy with their GTA 6 and GTA Online. Nah, they wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
No, somebody else should do it.
Not Ubisoft.
Oh yeah,
No.
not them. Even though they're already making a Star Wars game. No, not them. So yeah. Oh, by the way, you're controlling Vader's TIE fighter in that level, the one we're seeing right now.
Yeah, you see Han Solo.
Yeah, so it's Vader's TIE fighter. So yeah, like the arcade it's cool, but compared to Trilogy Arcade, is like not close. Like, Trilogy Arcade is still fucking amazing to play nowadays, and it's still like awesome to play. And compared to this one, where this one, it's not really that difficult to fail. In fact, I hardly spent that many quarters in this one compared to the original Trilogy Arcade. Like this arcade game is cool, but Trilogy Arcade is such a damn good game that it's just like, man, I really want it for my home. I want it for my house so badly. Oh, there goes Han Solo. Bye bye. So yeah, I just really wish that Trilogy Arcade was released. Hell, if Arcade One Up released it, I'm on board with that. I'm on board. I know they've been doing they've done some good arcade releases, some bad. But I just like I'll be fun. Like, but if they release Arcade One Up, I'm buying it. I'm buying it if they do release it. It doesn't have to be by the way, it doesn't have to be the chair. It doesn't have to be the arcade cabinet with the chair for Trilogy Arcade. It can just be the one where you're standing up. Because there's two versions of the Trilogy Arcade cabinet. There's two different cabinets. There's one with an entire chair where you can pretty much sit down, a big one. And there's one where there's no chair and you're just standing up with the trigger and the buttons.
Honestly, if it just comes out on Steam, I will buy it. Like, I don't care. I will play this.
I would do that. I would do that too. I played it emulated with mouse and keyboard. It works surprisingly well. It works pretty well if you can emulate that game using the Sega Model 3 emulator. You can actually play it, and it works really well. The mouse works really well, and it even works on the lightsaber duels, kinda. So you could actually do it. But yeah, this game would be amazing for a re-release. But get it Arcade One Up if you're watching, which I don't think they are. If you're watching, please release this on arcade on Lucasfilm. If you're watching or whatever, please release this game in PC. Release on PC in arcades. Go for it. I don't care. Do it. Do it.
Yo, somehow this hot looks more visually appealing than looking at Battlefront 2.
It's because that's probably because this hub stays more true to the source material compared to ES Battlefronts, where it's like you can destroy the AT-ATs with
No. I'm talking about the 2005 version.
Oh, I mean, two different depictions, but maybe I could see what you mean. I don't know. I like both versions. Battlefront 2 2005. I really think the map is pretty damn cool. I mean, it pretty manages to let you do anything that you want. You can fully replicate the movie in any way whatsoever. Hell, even having Luke Skywalker get on the top of the AT-AT and shooting and taking them down. I've done that several times myself. You can do that. You can use a snow speeder, tow cables. Like that still is, as far as I know, the best way to play that battle. It has everything.
Now, my method is basically go as a snowtrooper and steal the rebellion's snow speeder, and then have a dogfight with them. Yeah, that's the fun way.
This part always scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. Just the Wampas coming charging it.
In this game?
Yeah, when I was a kid, when I was playing this, yeah.
Oh, the Wampas.
Wasn't there also a Wampa kept inside the Rebellion base on Shadows of the Empire for some reason?
Yeah. Not just one. It's like several of them, and some of them are even imprisoned.
Why are they there in the first place, anyway?
I don't know. I guess the Rebellion captured some Wampas that got in. I don't know. I mean, during Hoth, and Wampas living Hoth.
Did Chewbacca capture them?
I don't know, but you want to know what's even weirder than that? The Wampa and Gal spaceport. You guys don't remember?
Mm-mm.
What was that?
There's a Wampa in the Gal spaceport level in Shadows of the Empire.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It seems odd that, like, Wampa should be in a snow place.
I mean, yeah, but for some reason, there's one in Gal spaceport. Like, why? Absolutely no idea.
You know what I always wanted is like seeing a fight between the Wampa and the Rancor, because that shit will be funny.
That'd be something. So That will be something indeed. And but yeah, it is very it is very weird that it's weird that there's a Wampangal spaceport. I always wondered why.
Yeah. The weird thing about this fight is you can actually. Does Boba Fett come close enough so you can just hit him with the lightsaber?
Where? Oh, in Trilogy Arcade? No, it's purely blasting. You have to return all the blaster shots. By the way, that shit does require some skill. It's not that easy. But once you do it, it feels so good to just, bye-bye to the Sarlacc, bitch. Like, it feels so good when doing it. Same goes with playing versus Darth Vader. The Darth Vader one is more difficult than Boba Fett's one. Boba Fett, you just have to place the lightsaber where the arrows are pointing at. Darth Vader's, you have to do that, but the green arrows, you have to pretty much like move the lightsaber and then move it the opposite side of the arrow that you took the lightsaber out of first to pretty much do a slice of sorts. And yeah. Oh, by the way, you can actually call the Ewoks for assistance in that level.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when the rebel icon is spinning, you can press the red button, the side button. There's two of them, and you can pretty much, and an Ewok will be like, oh, and bumps in the head of the stormtroopers.
Oh,
and kills it.
Come
That's
on,
cool.
Cameron, he's a man, not a god. Yeah,
So,
I mean, watching this just reminds me of that. It's a rail shooter, right?
I know
lol.
what you're talking
Come on,
Oh
Cameron,
my
he's a
God.
man, not a god.
Oh
Rambo.
yeah, Angry Joe's Rambo review. That was glorious. But yeah, this. Yeah, seeing this arcade, I just really wanted an arcade. Arcade one up, get over it, get on it, and Time Crisis 2 and 3 in arcades as well. I want that in arcades too.
You know what? They should actually, show you the map so you could, or make a mod of this so you could actually move freely around this.
A bit difficult because the entire game is completely linear, like all the game. There is no like you don't whatsoever move yourself. Like it is entirely linear. You have to just shoot. Holy shit, that guy really like he didn't even give it a chance at fucking ATSD. Like they just couldn't even shoot. Not even I could shoot that. Holy shit, this guy's really fucking good.
I mean, there are people who can do arcade games on a 1 coin run.
Those guys are insane.
Yeah, this was like 30 minutes. He did the whole thing.
I have played arcade game. Like this arcade game does last 30 minutes at most, 30 to 35 minutes, depending on how many quarters you put in it. But the max is I definitely seen it to be 32, 33 minutes. But for an arcade game of this caliber in '97, I think it's pretty good. I mean,
Wait, do you ever get to fight Palpatine in this?
No.
Wait,
No,
what?
Palpatine. No, wait, Django. Wait, go back. You can actually see Palpatine in there. It's just
Yeah,
a
he's
JPEG,
so
but
yeah.
it's pretty cool. You'll see him up there once they move. You'll see him. You'll see him in a bit. There it is. It's just a JPEG.
You don't even get to fight him in the game, huh?
Well, obviously not. But then again, there's been other Star Wars games that also don't where you fight Vader and not Palpatine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm telling you, you have to straight up put the Darth Vader fight is harder than Boba Fett's. Like you definitely have to be skilled and have a good joystick.
So there's only 2 duels. It's the Boba Fett and the Darth Vader.
Yeah, because this is just because it's just a trilogy duels in the OT. So yeah, your
Okay.
skills are complete. If you fail this duel, if you don't even land a hit, Vader will pretty much just he will slash you. You'll be unable to defend yourself, and you're pretty much on your knees. And he puts the lightsaber in front of you. If you take half his health or 2/3, like he just says that you're strong, but you Obi-Wan has taught you well, but your skills are not complete or something like that. So yeah, there's several ways to. In the Boba Fett one, if you don't get him all the shots, he pretty much gets close to you and shoots you in the face. So yeah, definitely
This is some parental abuse or something.
What makes you think that?
I mean, a guy is trying to kill his son by slashing a laser sword. That's parental abuse in my eyes.
Well, in this arcade, I guess, but then again, it's based on the movie, so there's that. But yeah, oh, you can also help some. Yeah, you can also help some Starfighter friendlies. So in all the levels that require, but yeah, that's the hardest fucking level in the entire game. And you can only play this level if you finish the three episodes, 4, 5, and 6. If you don't finish them and you pretty much quit the game over, and you don't play this level. So yeah. By the way, you can actually play the levels in whatever order you want. You can do episode 5 first if you don't want to go do 4, or do 6 first and then 4. You can do it in whatever order, but if you're a Star Wars fan, you'll obviously go from 4 to 5 to 6. Not to mention, according to the game, episode 4 is the easiest, 6 the hardest out of the 3 starter levels. So it's up to you to choose which one. But the hardest level is this one that we're seeing right now, the Battle of Endor on Space. This is the hardest one in the entire game.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
It's because everything's shooting at you. There's so many more projectiles, and it's more difficult to shoot everything. Yeah.
Imagine if you actually played this instead of playing Star Wars Connect.
That was something.
Good times with Star Wars Connect.
Oh man, I actually played it at one point in a mall. I managed to do a sick force push, and somebody else was like, "Whoa, that's awesome!" It did look kind of cool when I did the force push. Not gonna lie, but yeah, Star Wars Connect. Yeah, this game is just this arcade is amazing. I actually don't know if I played this arcade first or saw the movies. I actually don't know. I don't know if this is my first exposure to Star Wars or if the Phantom Menace is. I know the Phantom Menace 2001 DVD was my first ever exposure to movies or any actual media, not adaptations. But I don't know if I played Trilogy Arcade first in one of my local arcades when I was like 3-4 years old, or if the Episode 1 DVD was my first exposure to Star Wars. I don't know. Like, I honestly don't remember. I tried asking my parents, but my dad doesn't remember. My mom hardly remembers. So yeah, I can't tell what was my first Star Wars exposure. It's either this game or Episode 1 DVD. And yeah, those deaths. By the way, you actually fight Vader's TIE Fighter in the Episode 4 level. Like, actually fight him. Like, you're not actually just getting followed by it. So
they should have made more trilogy arcades. If they make a prequel one, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
They could have done it. Episode 1 has the space battle. Episode 2 has the battle of Geonosis. They could have had you piloting a gunship or something, or maybe one of the fighters, and then Episode 3.
You could do a Jango Fett fight like the Boba one.
They could have, yeah. Considering that you were already fighting Darth Vader in the Episode 4 one in this arcade, they could have done it. So the reason why I think the reason why they couldn't do it is because Sega was let's just say they were not doing any arcade games as far as I recall, because this was made by Sega. This was made by Sega, and I honestly don't know what happened to that arcade division. I know they made House of Dead 3, but that's all I know. So it does stink that there's no more Trilogy Arcade.
And Sega, I think they haven't made any machine since Dreamcast, right?
Dreamcast was the last console, yes. So,
and probably never existed.
I mean, I heard of the Dreamcast.
Admit, there's only PlayStation and N64. There is no such
and
thing
Saturn.
as a Dreamcast.
Don't forget Saturn.
What the hell is that? You're making things up, man.
The Sega Saturn, what was supposed to be the competition to the PlayStation 1 and N64, the actual competition.
Oh god.
So, yeah, I know Sega made screwed up decisions. Though I don't know what Star Wars games are on Sega Saturn now I think about it. I think none. I know that 32X has that arcade, that port of the one of the Star Wars arcade games. But other than that, I really don't know if there's any Star Wars games for the Sega Saturn. That just shows how much. Oh, I just searched. No, there's no Star Wars games on Sega Saturn. Not even Star Trek. The Sega
I mean, that's kind of weird, isn't it? Because Star Wars mostly appeared in almost every console, beginning from the Atari 2600.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Sega Saturn, absolutely no Star Wars games. Not even a port of the 32X game. Nothing. Like, nothing. Even fucking Gex got ported to the fucking Sega Saturn. And Hexen. Like, what the fuck? How is it there's no Star Wars?
Hexen, you mean that Doom Engine game?
Yeah, made by Raven Software. Like, even that got ported to the freaking Sega Saturn, and some Madden games. Like, what the fuck? How is there no Star Wars game to the Sega Saturn? No, not even the PlayStation one. Like, what the fuck? This is crazy. So, man, the Sega Saturn really is one of those failure consoles. Dreamcast definitely had more to offer than the Saturn, but it was too late. Like, it was doomed to fail regardless. So yeah. But anyway, that's another topic for we could do in the Django's channel, whatever, discussing anything gaming related that's not Star Wars. So, but yeah. So, is there anything else you guys want to discuss? Because it's 2 hours 20 minutes in the live stream. So
No.
Yeah, no, I got nothing else.
Okay, well, I guess then this is it for the first State of Star Wars live stream. And so, yeah, when we'll do another one, we'll see. But now that there's community posts in State of Star Wars YouTube channel, then we should be able to keep you guys posted on it. So for now,
Yeah.
So
Since we have a community post, we're big stuff, and we're gonna become sellouts. Just kidding.
Yeah, no. Anyway, so yeah, this was the first live stream, and thank you guys for joining, and we'll see you guys on the next State of Star Wars video, whatever it is. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.